As the Trump administration detains thousands of immigrants at the border, defense contractors and private prisons stand to make a fortune from their suffering. This toxic mix of senseless cruelty and corporate greed epitomizes the worst of the Trump presidency. The biggest beneficiaries of Trump's cruelty are private prison corporations such as Geo Group and Core Civic, which operate roughly 60% of all immigration detention centers. Other companies scored contracts to manage logistics, security, transportation, and construction. One firm alone has already made $43 million transporting unaccompanied minors since last September. Last year, the federal government funneled over $2 billion to private prison companies for immigration detention, and that figure is estimated to rise. In recent earnings calls with investors, executives of those corporations touted Trump's immigration crackdown as good for business. It's no surprise, then, that stock prices of private prison companies have climbed as Trump's policies have gone into effect, and will likely continue to do so under his new executive order, which detains entire families. Executives of for-profit detention centers have no incentive to respond to the needs of their inmates. Watchdog groups report squalid conditions, neglect, even abuse. And because these are private facilities, they're under little obligation to disclose what goes on behind closed doors. Meanwhile, the immigrant detention industry has strong ties to the Trump administration, donating to Trump's inauguration committee, hiring former Trump aides. One company even hosted its annual retreat at a Trump golf course. It's a vicious cycle of money, influence, and cruelty that keeps immigrants behind bars, many of whom have every right to seek asylum from violent conditions elsewhere. Behind Trump is an industry that profits from his cruelty. We must hold Trump and his corporate enablers responsible.